Psyche-type is employed in a wide range of applications. Some are more obvious than others. In this video, I want to talk about raising children and how parents have a major impact on their child's happiness and success. I'll also touch on the persona and pain inherited from our family and well-meaning friends. Many already know that Psyche-type is the most rudimentary thing you can know about yourself after your gender. Whilst your Psyche-type does not stop you from achieving anything you want to do, the path you take to get there is largely determined by your psyche, your personal values that have been with you since birth. That's right, you have innate preferences for a particular way of being. Hopefully, your parents and family supported those preferences, but all too often guidance and impositions from well-meaning family, friends and caregivers can leave us feeling alienated and hollow for much of our lives. There are two aspects to this thing we call preference: what it means in terms of Psyche-type and how your preferred Psyche-type is applied to life's challenges. Your Psyche-type is referred to as your psychological preference. Carl Jung knew that everyone has access to all mental processes, but some we habitually utilize. This preference is our Psyche-type. It is with us from birth, and we tend to approach life according to this preference, which flavors our perceptions and valuations. For those parents who know and understand the science, its consistency throughout all people and Psyche-types is obvious. One of our partners knew shortly after the birth of his daughter that she was no wilting violet. He and his wife waited several months to choose a name that reflected her personality. Today, that woman is a leader in her field of corporate events management, executing complex arrangements for many thousands of people with ease. Even as a child, she would reject any assistance, exclaiming, "No, Daddy, all by myself." Her Psyche-type, ENTJ. A study of parents who learned Psyche-type later in life, with children now in their 30s, confirmed that modus operandi with interactions and development stages were reassuringly consistent with what is known about type. All participants agreed the sooner a parent knows Psyche-type, the easier it would be for all concerned. I'm not suggesting that everyone of a particular Psyche-type will do the same things or even do things the same way. It is the motivation and methods employed that are consistent. For parents, knowing this fact can be a child's greatest advantage in life. Much damage is inflicted by well-meaning parents and caregivers who believe they are correcting a child's actions when they are in fact crushing the child's innate motivation as they try to make the child more like their own concept of who that child should be, usually the parent's own values amplified by lost opportunity in their own lives. As Carl Jung noted, nothing has a stronger influence psychologically on their environment and especially on their children than the unlived life of the parent. Look, extroverted kids will always seek attention, and introverted kids will often take long periods of time alone to reflect, even at age 3. Sensors will see life as it is, just give me the facts and rules and I'll do the rest. Intuitors will always be looking for greater meaning. They will often need to know why something should be done instead of just being told to do it. Feelers will always be aware of people values in their valuation, and thinkers will always prefer cold, hard facts. Nobody wants to hurt the other. We just do what we do until we learn a better way of doing things. The sooner a parent learns Psyche-type, the sooner their child can benefit from being treated authentically according to their innate values. And from there, they can grow to accommodate anyone else's values with ease. But being understood and accepted for who they are is the all-important first step. No child can grow or adapt until they feel authentic and recognised for who they are. Parents who know Psyche-type report a far more comfortable understanding of their children, achieving any desired parenting interaction by beneficially employing the child's own preferences to frame any problem and the desired outcome. Perhaps the best analogy would be speaking the language a child already knows to teach them about words and concepts that you know. Even here, too many parents think their child must surely speak their language and have their same views. Many parents still believe their child is a blank slate upon which they can create their own personal mini-me. Dr. Jung and many since have noted, no child is born tabula rasa. No child is born a blank slate. Children's innate preferences are with them from birth. The life and purpose a parent considers would be ideal for their child may not satisfy that child at all. The most common reason for depression or emotional burnout, which can manifest any time from adolescence onward, is when a person discovers they are hollow of any sense of self and conflicted in purpose, living their life to satisfy some ideal imposed upon them by parents, family or friends. Look, we're all born with our gender, our genetic physical inheritance, and a set of psychological preferences that were sown into us at birth, independent of our parents. Many of us get worked over by someone in our life telling us what we should be, making us feel inadequate, or encouraging us to do things we don't really want to do. When you discover your Psyche-Type, your authentic way of being, you can start to replace the pieces others have taken away. I've seen this take place in just seconds. I remember one lady in her 30s exclaiming, "You're kidding! You're telling me that there are heaps of people like me who love curling up in their pajamas with a good book and a block of chocolate, who also can't stand airheads, sport or fashion? I was always told I was unfocused and impractical, even when I won my first literature award. But you're telling me that John Lennon shared my Psyche-Type preferences? For the longest time, I thought there was something wrong with me, when all the misunderstanding and pain was just because I had different psychological values to my family." Another lovely fellow from LinkedIn explained how for years he kept his family happy by using sterile T values, when his preference was in fact INFJ. Despite years of research into Psyche-Type, multiple MBTI assessments and counselling sessions, no one was able to help him see his preference for extroverted feeling, which he kept carefully locked inside to conceal his sensitivity. No wonder he lost his marriage, several careers and his well-being, trying to be something he was forced to be as a child. He wrote us a beautiful email finishing with, "I wish I had known this 25 years ago." A properly trained, impartial Psyche-Type practitioner with the experience and knowledge can expose your true Psyche-Type. Most online quizzes simply don't do the job. So what's the message here? If you're a parent, understand that your children are not blanks for you to write your misplaced dreams upon, nor are they mini-me's or little copies of you and your partner. Your children have a unique psyche. Learning about yourself is the best place to realise this majesty of diversity. From there, you'll be better able to see the Psyche-Type preferences of your children. For the rest of us, take the time to discover your Psyche-Type. You can do this easily and accurately using InterPersonality's Majors PTI indicator with face-to-face feedback from a professional Psyche-Type practitioner. Your personal Psyche-Type report, together with the hundreds of books and articles written on the subject, will get you started discovering your true self. InterPersonality also offers Psyche-Type training and assessment. You can learn your Psyche-Type for less than you think. We even offer a parent-child assessment with interaction information designed to help parents understand their children. If you want to give your children the best head start in this complex world, first learn about yourself. From there, you will appreciate and respect the diversity inherent in your children, enabling them to deal with life using their innate values. By the way, if you feel that a part of you was trampled as a child, our Just My Type course will help you to understand your innate personality type and what aspects of your personality were discouraged by well-meaning others. Once you understand yourself, you can make sense of what has happened, forgive, forget, and get on with having a great life. InterPersonality is all about better interpersonal relationships. And what better place to start than our children?